Pedi Gwes, Saint-Lucie, Bon Santé pour la Vie workshop. And that's our health. Health is wealth. I remember talking to a friend of mine. He is a Syrian, and his father, his cousin, is a multi-millionaire in Trinidad. They have only one son. And that son is about 40 years old. In fact, when he was 40 years old, they had a birthday party where they spent 150,000 US dollars in Trinidad, multiply that by 6. And when if Obama's approval now, I might actually marry him myself. Miss AJ. So anyway, one day Michelle came to see him, the guy with just shoes, and they went upstairs. And he was looking down a 6-story building. And Michelle said, "How you doing, man?" And by then he had already had bone cancer that had spread all into his bones, and everything that has belongs to him. He watched a zombie, what they call a zombie, scrubbing a drain in Trinidad. And he said, "Michelle, I would give everything I have today to be that man scrubbing that drain there." But the zombie, they're scrubbing, boy, and made of energy. So that is how important health is. While we need a little wealth to show it off too. But nobody puts wealth before health. Somebody say, "A man, if a cowboy, nice mags, nice this, nice set, nice whatever." I say, "What you had this morning to eat?" The car is healthy, but you're not. So I just want, before I bring in the first person, and after our beautiful prayer by Nurse Juliet, I think it's time to just tell you a short joke that is in accordance with the scriptures. A priest went to visit a school where they had religious knowledge. And as soon as he arrived, this boy apparently reads the Bible very much. So the teacher said, Father, this boy here knows the Bible so well, I think he'll be the next bishop." So the priest said, "Boy, if we know the Bible so well, let me throw a Bible question at him." He said, "Excuse me, boy, who broke the walls of Jericho?" The boy said, "Not me that break it, and I just reached there." So the priest is upset, turns around to the teacher and said, "You know how disappointed I am and how embarrassed this is? That a boy you tell me who knows the Bible has no idea who broke the walls of Jericho?" The teacher said, "Well, to tell you the truth, many of them were there this morning, so any of them could have done that." But that boy in question is not somebody who would really lie, so I don't think it's him. The priest get mad now, flaming hot, and he go up to the principal office. Principal said, "Father, you look." He said, No, that's all right." He said, "Drink some water before you explode." "What's going on?" He said, I can't believe in a religious class that's been going on for a whole semester. A boy has no idea who broke the walls of Jericho. The teacher, I'm so embarrassed I don't want to comment." Principal said, "Well, Father, sit down. As you can see, the boys are not directly in my view, but the teachers would have reported had they seen anything happen." And by now, a good thing the priest doesn't carry a gun. You understand me? So he went down to the ministry in charge of the whole paraphernalia. They have books from Moses. They knew how many gallons of water was in the flood during Noah. And the religious knowledge guy said, "Praise the Lord, Father. Yes, what's your problem?" He said, "I'm so upset. I can hardly breathe. I went to a school. A boy that said who purport to knows the Bible does not know who broke the walls of Jericho. The teacher has absolutely no idea. And the principal, I don't want to discuss the embarrassment." The fellow said, "Father, sit down. Actually, it's already 2:45. I think that whole broken wall situation, you better go to Ministry of Communications and Works." So you see, I don't think any of these people will go to heaven. Most likely they might get a discount in hell. So we're going to continue our program, folks. A teacher wanted to encourage the children to eat a lot of fruits. But you can't just say eat fruits, eat fruits. Children want something more exciting than that. So she decided to play a game and hold various fruits behind her back and give a description, and the children will say what it is. She said, "Okay, class, you ready?" I have a fruit now. It is round, it is red, it has a stalk in the center, and it is sweet. What is it? And the boy say, Miss, it's an apple. She say, I like your style, and I think you came close, but I'm more referring to a cherry. So he was a bit disappointed, and she said, okay, I'll try again. This time it is long, it is green. When it's ripe, it's yellow, and it is sweet. He said, Miss, I know. She said, what's it? He said, ripe banana. She said, well, I like your style, but I was more thinking of a ripe plantain. So he said, Miss, now it's my turn. Give me a chance to, man. I can suggest something and make you guess. So he pushes on in his pocket. And he said, Miss, I hold in something there right now. Sometimes it's long. Sometimes it's short. It is hard, hard, hard. And the head is red. Me say, boy, let me tell you something. She said, Miss, I like how you think, but I'm referring to my pencil. You see the teacher, you see the laughter make you burn some calories too. You see the teacher is way overhead. And then these days you have these teachers who come and teach, and you think it's a swimming pool they come to because of the outfits. So there was this teacher teaching, and she went up to write the heading. And the boy said, ha. She said, Jones, what's your problem? She said, Miss, I saw one of your garters. She said, you're suspended for 3 months. So she went higher to put the main heading, and she said, She said, Frank, say, Miss George saw one garter, but I see both. So you're suspended for 6 months. And the chalk fell on, and she bent down to take it. And she heard, and she said, Terry. She said, Terry walking out of his school bag. She said, Terry, where you going? She said, Miss, George said one garter, he suspended him for 3 months. Jones said 2 garter, he suspended him for 6 months. I'm an honest fella. What I see that my school days are over. Si vous essayez de parler le langage créole là, essayez de parler typique. Moi, pas qu'un courage pour parler mot parole que vous pas s'expliquer, mais même si vous tiennez les simples, pas intimider puis mot anglais. Pour dire because là nous y so you di nou la teni just 3 moun. I think it's not dignifying the language. When I did the Q1s at the golf house, they had 12 groups from Martinique. They had groups from Amazona, Antigua, Martinique, Barbados, the US. So immediately, French people don't speak English, Belgians don't speak Creole. So after establishing protocol, Governor General, Prime Minister, I said, à présent, il y a un plaisir pour tourner attention, pour bien venir frère avec nous qui sont de Martinique et puis Guadeloupe. Nous voulons bienvenue avec tout chez nous, avec de la langue de ou jamais nous pour savoir qui ici pour célébrer puis nous soir. Moi je voulais pour anti-apologie pour quand même parce qu'on peut être toujours là les gens qui sortent dans le pays qui pas parler créole aussi là ça qui sortent dans le pays qui pas parler anglais qu'on y a plus approprié à soir pour faire session en tous les deux langages pour assurer qu'il nous montre respect, dignité, appréciation pour présence tout le monde qui est présent et aussi pour assurer que tout le monde comprend égal. Et quand il faut mettre plus de temps mais moi ça si oh quand il perdre patience parce que quand il faut un jouer tellement pas même absorber les cas courir là. And at the big gardens at my lunch, I said, after I had delivered my eloquent Creole speech, a young lady could not hold back a compliment and said, hey, Jane, you know how surprised I was? I never realized you're so good with your tongue. So I said, young lady, while I appreciate your compliment, but I would kindly request that you reduce on the level of ambiguity. For fear that while marketing, my neighbors believe that I'm peddling some funny business. And at 10 in the night, I'm lying and I'm getting a call. Hey, Jay, the tongue thing, you're not having it again? So my Creole presentation is, you see, politics is like comedy. It has a lot of drama. You know, the only thing I don't have a portfolio. But I talk the same amount of garbage. But a Creole joke I wanted to tell you is, la tenir un homme qui a l'air de danser, et que là, il vit là, il a un chabine. Mon nom te cassam, il pas de couleur, mais te cassam, Mrs. devant là. Mrs. Nutritionist, il te cassam manger bon bail là. So when you saw the shabin boy, they're dancing and oh, I have a beautiful lady who can stand up and let you know what she was looking like at the back there. So when you see that shabin boy, all these things start to beat boy. Anyway, shabin na la jan pété. Mais monsieur est tellement gentilhomme, il a une responsabilité pour mon n'a pas senti quoi, il est conforté. Il vient devant, il dit pardon monsieur, c'est moi qui pété là. Chabin n'a pas apprécié ça tellement parce qu'il n'a pas senti quoi. Quand il vient même ici et qu'il vient bien pour faire un long bagaille, pour faire un bagaille coûte, pardon. Monsieur pour faire une plus coûte, il y a là dans nos. Monsieur voir c'est même ça, nutritionniste là doit pas manger tout ça, tout ou pas l'embêter, toute la vie garder ça dans l'embêter. Tout ça il va pas manger. Il doit apprendre la digit. En anglais ou ça Google il va créer le jai. Bon, où ça, mais c'est commencé chaque fois, femme là, ni des petits bombes. Quand un bombe plein caca et jeté, on l'a déjà plein. Là, ouais, il a ça, il quitte monsieur Lek là, du qui est là, quand maman. Tant maman, Nora, quoi le bâton? Il dit, maman, vote, monsieur ça là, on y a envie là, du caca, il caca top, mais ça prend ça encore. Bon, maman dit, ma ouais, il rong ça. On peut te mener les autres ensemble, caca, c'est pas aux autres. I must say you seem to enjoy the Creole quite a lot. Anybody know the national dish of Barbados? Yes. You have to know how to pronounce it. It's flying fish and cocoa. It's flying fish and cocoa. So anyway, this fella here giving his wife nothing in Barbados. The only thing she can afford is flying fish and cocoa. Flying fish and cocoa, that's the cheapest thing. And then he still has the audacity to complain. One day he come in from work, if you see his face, you say, Madrid, listen, I find that every day you're cooking the same thing in the house. That just get the man tired. So she had deal with him because she could have given him some saucepan because he ain't getting no money. But she said, I go there with he when he going to work. This guy ain't got consideration. So she cooked the flying fish and cocoa, but this time she cut the wings of the flying fish and she stick it in the cocoa. So it's looking a bit like liat. You got to fasten your seatbelt when you're eating. And she covered it with a big cloth, and when he reached from work, if you see, Marjorie, are you home? She said, George, I actually took consideration with your complaint, and I made some adjustments to the food today. Remember all the time you got on flying fish and cocoa? Imagine today you get flying cocoa with fish. Well, folks, I was here today more or less as an entertainer, not as a motivational speaker. But I need to tell you that people pamper you sometimes, and they claim to love you by telling you the wrong things. We must reject false love. If you're tall, don't let people call you short just to make you feel good. If you're fat, don't let them call you slim just to make you feel good. They'll not tell you that in public. I don't expect you to go on straight up and announce the person is fat. But pull your friend in a corner and note the areas that need attention. You're saving their life. And there's nothing more sacred and more important than life. And the fact that you have made the determination, your presence here shows that you are determined. Give yourselves a big round of applause. For Minister Albina Reynolds, as a minister who just go around and could do her business, she has shown fellow concern to have set up this program, along with her workers, I don't know, Glenn Simon and the other individuals who are working as chief nutritionists. They are really the nurses and so on. They are really in there, not just doing the work for pay like everybody else, but their heart is in that project. And we cannot let them fail. We have the light. We started with you. And you are responsible, not just to bring good health to yourself, because you can't help anybody to get healthy if you're not healthy yourself anyways. If you're going to give a testimony, I want to see what I'm talking to, yeah? So you were 200, now you're 250. You have to show me a difference. You burn 60, 20, or 10, or 1, but you're burning. And not just that, your kids, your children, your little sisters and brothers, they are less disciplined than you. When they see the testimony, the difference, what you start to wear now, when you're passing, fellas start to drain their cars. They're watching where they're going. They themselves will come on board. So you're not just saving yourself, you're saving the other generation that is more delinquent. So I urge you seriously to separate my comedy from my message. You are saving your life. We like to perfection too many things. Clean the shelf, make sure everything intact, all teacups are shining. Girl, you like my car, you like my new car. I say, I want to see your new self, not your things. We have our priorities set wrong. We have to work on us. And you have your specialists tell you that. Take measurements, take a little measurement. When it's missing a little inch, boy, rejoice, put something nice and tight and show people. If you have it, flaunt it. Beyonce say, get your eyes up, my fatty baby. So I am really and truly encouraging you. The opportunity may come that I do some more work with you. You may come to discover the more serious side of me. Because you don't go clapping people when they're making errors. You encourage them, but you give them some flack. Discipline is not sweet. It has to create some discomfort, some pain, and then we're going to rejoice. Same person say, later, Mary, bon Dieu, merci, bon Dieu. Yeah, we need to do that. So again, let me tell you, thank you. And I really want to wish you a beautiful day and nice having you. Our next person will be telling you some rules of competition, because everything has rules. You know, people like to park on yellow lines and say, tell the officer, much just like when we met and it didn't happen. Yeah, you just go for we met and it didn't happen. But when the old man passing and he can't see the pedestrian, the next car knock him because you're not supposed to park there. There are rules, okay? So I have a nice little joke about alcohol for you. There are 3 drunk fellas, and these fellas drunk. Them fellas tight. Them fellas teary. They're trying to get a bus, but they want to sit next to each other so they can continue the same rum conversation, you know, because rum fellas together understanding rum fellas. But because the bus already had so many passengers, they couldn't sit next to each other. So you have to visualize. They got seats one behind the other, because it's where they have seats they take. And while the bus going, the one in the center turn back and tell the one at the back, boy, I feel to pee as if I go die. He said, don't worry. Pee in the back pocket of the man in front of you. The man said, I can't do that. He say, how you mean you can't do that? He say, the man go find out. He say, he ain't go find out because 15 minutes ago I pee in yours and you ain't tell me nothing. Rum is a terrible thing, you know.